And welcome back to Kelowna. Dale Corey along with Sam Charles. We are right at field level here in Kelowna for the Provincial Flag Football Championships. We just had our U16 championship game, and the West Side Warriors in total control of the game beat the Surrey Villains handily. And so the West Side Warriors claimed the U16 championship. And now, Sam, it is time for our final game of the day, the U14 championship. And we're going to watch the team that we saw in a semifinal game win big over Coquitlam Jayhawks. It's the South Delta Rams in the green with gold trim. And on the other side, we've got Kelowna with the light blue jerseys and gold trim as well. And a great matchup here, another lower mainland team against another team from the Okanagan.
Well, the Kelowna Panthers are a team that was formed specifically for provincials. They don't actually play in a league. They all play for the Mission Lions tackle football. But this is a bunch of youngsters who were brought together just to have a fun weekend here at home. You know, it's nice when you can represent your own community here in the Okanagan. And a lot of the teams coming into provincials, you know, come from the lower mainland, and we're kind of used to that. So it's nice to see a game here where you've got a local squad that's managed to get it past all those maybe bigger programs out there in the province.
Okay, we are underway. The horn sounds. It's a 25-minute straight time game. It's the U14 championship. We're pleased to have it for you here on VBNsports.com. Here's a completion for the quarterback, Hunter Norman, number 44, and a little dipsy-doodling by his receiver there, gets some extra yards, and South Delta moves the football on first down.
And Corey, we saw him all over the place, but usually sure-handed, dropped a couple of them in that semifinal, but didn't do too much damage for this squad that looked very good getting here to the final.
So it's second down for South Delta. They've got 3 downs to at least advance past midfield. Here's the pass completion, and it is good right in front of our table. The completion is made by Corey again, and they'll move the football on the other side of midfield.
Steel Bay on the reception on that one.
Best name in football right now. Best name at the BC Provincial Field or Flag Football Championships, we'll say.
At least from the 2 divisions we've been watching today.
We didn't see very many games overall. Here's the quarterback back to pass. Norman has the completion going upfield. And there's Corey with the catch and gains a few more yards before his flag is pulled out. And South Delta's offense looking good early.
And Vince, a nice defensive play, grabbing that flag, the long arms from number 38 for the Panthers. And I was watching a little bit of their semifinal, Kelowna semifinal, and it looked like North Delta might be taking a lot of long bombs, completion touchdowns.
And there is a touchdown as Norman throws into the end zone just inside the goal line. About 3 defenders around him, but he was able to haul in the pass. A great throw there for the quarterback, Hunter Norman. And South Delta's on the board early.
And there's a play in which you see there are a bunch of tackle football players playing flag football because they went for the ball, not the flag, and the flag probably would have saved that touchdown from happening.
Going for the convert now. Norman looking to throw into the end zone. Throws. It's complete. Went off the hands of one receiver to the other one. It's good, and it's a 7-0 South Delta lead.
Call that an alley-oop. No, you don't really. But if you're playing basketball, you would. Nice job, Bay, deflecting. And Corey there, ready hands. That's important for a receiver. Even if you're not the intended receiver, to be aware of where the ball is and grab it if it's available.
Nice couple of catches there for South Delta, and they've got an early 7-0 lead here in the U14 championship game. Nick Boscheman, the quarterback for Kelowna, completes his first pass up on the right side. Didn't take much, though, for the flag to come out, and it'll be a gain of 7 or 8 yards for Kelowna.
Wilson Holland on the reception for the Panthers.
Nate Boscheman, the quarterback, number 35 for the Kelowna Panthers. Here in the U14 championship game, Boscheman completes his first throw of the game. Moves the ball a little further downfield. He needs some yards here on second down. He's going to roll to his left. Throws. It is incomplete. Tried to throw it out to the left sideline, but led his receiver a little bit too much. And now it is a third down situation for Kelowna.
Brown, the intended receiver. It was a nice play. And again, you're being safe as a quarterback. Boscheman just, anybody's going to catch it as a receiver. No one else is. The defender's nowhere near that, but just a little too far outside.
Well, again, a great throw in that he threw to the outside to the sideline area, so it wasn't going to be intercepted.
And he had to roll to his left.
Boscheman on third down. He's going to throw this one up high. It's incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Kelowna came close to moving that ball a long ways downfield, but it's incomplete. It'll be a turnover and downs.
And that was Norman on defense. We saw that in the semifinal as well. Great play by Hunter Norman, not just doing things offensively, but defensively as well. Free ball thrown up there, almost a Hail Mary over midfield, and he knocked the ball right down to the floor.
Well, and give the receiver credit for getting that far downfield. All he did was take a couple of steps and just launch it up in the air. Tried to throw it far enough, but defenders caught up with it. Wasn't able to haul it in, although the receiver did have a great chance. And now let's see what South Delta can do with its second possession of the game. The defense stands tall and holds Kelowna off the board. And now South Delta with another opportunity. Norman rolls to his left, throws back upfield, but it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And South Delta looks at second down.
That's not sometimes when an offense just tries to do a little too much. The play action, not even sure it was necessary. You know, this is a South Delta squad that's got some great receivers with great hands. You don't need to be mucking around with some action like a play action in that particular play, especially early on.
Norman back to pass again, but this one thrown a little bit too low, and the receiver could not haul it in. He had to try to come back to it, and I think that's probably one of the throws that Hunter Norman would like to have back. Didn't get everything on it he wanted.
Good short hop by Corey. They got third down. You got to get to midfield for South Delta.
They need get a lot of yards here. Norman being chased. He's going to throw this one up, and it is incomplete. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and give credit to that Kelowna Panthers defense. South Delta looking good early, but the Panthers hold on the second possession for the South Delta Rams.
But now here's a play for at least a possession where Kelowna just got to get it over midfield at this point. You know, you're trailing by a touchdown, but take a couple of deep breaths and get ready to go.
So it's Kelowna football. 5 yards outside their goal line. Everybody wearing plays on their wrists for this Kelowna team here. Let's see what they can do. Quarterback Boscheman tosses off, running upfield, but not much room there. A great job by the defender, limits the gain after the pass to just a couple of yards.
Steel Bay there and just waiting. You know, that's good zone defense as well, as he knew that was his quadrant. Shut it down.
So second down and a lot of yards to go for the Kelowna Panthers. They need to get past midfield. They've got 3 downs to get that far, and they've got a play called. Official still talking to some of the people on the Kelowna sideline here, so everybody's good now. Shotgun formation. Boscheman gets it back at his own goal line, rolls to his left. Now he's being chased on the play, cuts to his right, avoids a tackle, throws upfield. This one is complete just on the South Delta side of midfield, so that will move the ball. And a new set of downs for Kelowna.
You know, for an offense, and we've seen this for South Delta, they didn't have to deal with a lot of balls over into their defensive side. And there's Kelowna Panthers, second possession, getting it over into the South Delta side of the field. And now's your chance to maybe pick up some points to knot this thing up.
South Delta scoring on its first possession of the game as a 7-0 lead. Second possession for the Kelowna Panthers. They were held the first time on downs. Let's see what they can do now. They've moved it across midfield. Boscheman throws. This one is complete down the right sideline. He's got some room. Finally, the second tackler is able to pull that flag, but some good yardage after the catch for Kelowna, and they are deep in South Delta territory.
Noah Gross on the reception, the son of the head coach, Kendall Gross, for Kelowna. Came from the backfield and picks up bunch of yardage. Second down.
Nate Boscheman in the shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Lots of time. Now he's getting chased. Throws to a left. Oh, but it's incomplete. A great opportunity there for Kelowna. He might have been in the end zone too, or very close to it, but couldn't haul in the pass, and it's second down for the Panthers.
And that was Noah Gross, who had it and just not able to bring it in. And he was in the end zone.
So close. So his momentum was kind of taking him back away from the ball as well. He had to reach down to the ground. So second down for Kelowna. Here's a pass on the left. He's got room. Touchdown.
Huge touchdown for Kelowna. Really quick to answer back. And Now we'll see what the South Delta squad is made up of. This Ram squad, can they have the wherewithal to just regroup, say, okay, that's one touchdown, we'll take it from here.
Well, let's see what how South Delta reacts to it. 14-6 now. With it looks like they'll be going for the 2-point convert. They've got the ball positioned further out. Gambling a little bit here. Here's the Kelowna quarterback, Boscheman. He's going to throw into the end zone, and it is complete. Officials say he was still in bounds. That is a great catch for the Kelowna player in the back of the end zone, and it appears that the Panthers have struck for a touchdown and a 2-point convert.
What a great catch at the back of the end zone. The officials are there, and officials doing a great job this whole weekend as we've been watching them, having lots of conferences, having that communication, not taking anything for granted. And I think the players and the coaches, families, and friends that are out here are appreciating that as well. You don't always see that, certainly at this level, where they could just really slack off and take it easy, and doing some yeoman's work out there.
Here's Norman back to pass. He's got the completion, but the flag is pulled, but it's a big gain all the way across midfield, halfway to that Kelowna end zone. So after giving up a touchdown, South Delta storms right back and gets big yardage on first down.
Good job by Brown, one-on-one with Steele Bay, and able to grab the flag and stop and what looked to be an easy touchdown.
Norman back to pass, and now they will call this one down. I don't think the officials had blown in the play yet, so they will get another chance to regroup here on first down on the Kelowna side of midfield. Now we're good to go. 25-minute game here, the U14 BC Championship. Here's a completion in near the end zone, probably about 7-8 yards outside that end zone as the South Delta Rams move that football a little closer to pay dirt.
Who led on the reception. We saw his big body paying dividends for the South Delta Rams squad, getting a bunch of touchdowns in the semifinal. Both he and Slim on defense, too. When they're the rushers, they just stick those long arms up. It's tough for a quarterback.
Quarterback is chased, throws, but it's incomplete. Receiver looking for maybe a flag and some contact down in that end zone area, but officials don't bite, and it will be now third down for South Delta, and they've still got to get 8-9 yards before they can get into that end zone.
Gross and Vint on the defense for Kelowna. Great job just shutting it down.
So a big third down play coming up here for South Delta.
You can see the Panthers just backing right up to trying to build a wall on the goal line.
Norman back to pass. He's chased to his right. Now he'll throw the other way. Has a man in the end zone. Touchdown! What a great pass by the quarterback. Hunter Norman found a man in the end zone, and South Delta's on the board again.
Because Corey again, if I'm not mistaken, and Brown just a split second late on defense, and they decided to send the rusher instead of just trying to put all their men back there on the line, and it cost them as it opened up the middle for South Delta.
So South Delta will go for the convert. Single point convert. Norman to pass in the end zone, but it is incomplete. Looked like he had it in his hands for a second there, but could not hold on. And so South Delta held to the 6 points with the touchdown, and brings us to a 23-8 score now as they get their third touchdown of the football game.
For Kelowna, still plenty of time. We're to hit the midway point of this final, and it's just a matter of sort of regrouping. They had already one defensive stop, so just do it again. There's a lateral. Nice move.
Oh, he's got plenty of room on the left side, too. Oh, and a great play by number 32 for South Delta to come across the field. Made the completion, and it was against the grain. There was plenty of room as he was coming over to our table side here, but the South Delta player got across in time to pull the flag.
Margaritis grabbing that flag. Noah Gross, the runner from the backfield, with some good yardage.
So second down for Kelowna. Shotgun formation. Boscheman checks his arm real quick on the play. Officials ready to signal it in, and here it comes. Kelowna with a second down situation deep in its own zone. Boscheman chased on the play. He's going to have to run it. And he gets to that
got a
goal
man
line,
by
throws,
himself.
he's complete, touchdown. Kelowna on the board again, and what a completion there for Kelowna as he threw that one all the way down the field to a man that was wide open.
Tariq Brown by himself in the end zone.
Wide open.
And that can sometimes be tough, all by yourself. Nerves can get in there, but not for Tariq. He easily grabs it and takes it into the house. Just going for one here, the Panthers.
So it's 20-14 right now. Here's a throw by Boscheman in the end zone. It is good, and Kelowna gets the convert. And that will make it a 20-15 football game. And of the 4 games that we've broadcast here, semifinal games in the U16 and U14 division, this is the best one by far. It's the U14 title game, and we've got a close one.
You can see this Panthers team also not taking anything for granted, really working hard to pick up their points, but now they need to show.
Here's a pass up by the midfield stripe, but a great defensive play there by the Kelowna defenders to knock that ball away, and South Delta goes second down.
Sort of looked like Steel Bay wasn't ready for the ball, and I was pretty sure it was 13, but should be 15-13 now, based on what the officials were just trying to give us a new score because Kelowna scored 2 touchdowns.
I thought South Delta had scored 3, but
I think they have 2, but ooh, careful. And that's a flag for sure. Is Vint a little over aggressive? We're talking about, pardon me, Aiden Vint on the play, trying to grab the flag, but again, when you have different body sizes.
15, yeah. Okay, so we're just confirming the score. So Kelowna up 15-13 right now. They're 2 touchdowns. They got a 2-point convert on one of them. South Delta failed on one of its converts. So we've got a 15-13 lead now for Kelowna. A team, as Sam mentioned, just put together to play in the Provincials, and they're looking pretty good right now.
Absolutely. Played tackle football right here for the Mission squad, and that could have been an interception. Good defensive play by Wilson Holland just to knock it down, Dale, but, again, that's a very mature play, especially for an under 14-year-old, not to try to catch that ball. Bad things could happen. Maybe it goes up in the air and the receiver grabs it. We've seen that in our earlier games today.
Coach is kind of imploring him to catch that ball the next time. I mean, great play. Your instincts are to make sure that the ball gets knocked down. Here's Hunter Norman. Lots of time. Throws. This one is complete. And finally, the flag is pulled down as now we
picks up the reception.
We get a flag from the officials as well now. He had kind of had a hold of his shorts there, was trying to slow him down. So because he missed the flag and got a part of his apparel, I think that might count as a penalty, and they might mark some yards off against Kelowna here.
It seems like a bit of a tough call because it looked like Brown, who's the defender on that particular play, was just going for the flag. It looked like he had the flag, but the official a little closer to the action than I am, and he says no, he had the elastic on his shorts.
So it's a 5-yard penalty. South Delta continues down the field, down by 2 points. Quarterback into the end zone, incomplete. South Delta player looking for some interference, but from our vantage point, it looked like a great defensive play there by the Kelowna Panther defender, and that brings about second down.
Rick Brown, who just gotten the penalty, making amends with a good defensive play, the pass intended for Quarry.
South Delta took the early lead. Kelowna has come back with a couple of majors and a 2-point convert to lead 15-13. Quick pass near the end zone, but the flag is pulled down. In fact, both of them were pulled out on that one.
Zimmer on defense, number 37 for the Panthers. Good play. And again, there is Jonah Quarry, the Norman's favorite receiver on this Rams squad.
So it is third down for South Delta. Down by 2 points, about 4 yards out from that goal line. A big play coming up here for the Rams. Norman back to pass, throws the end zone, touchdown! Found his man in the corner to the right, got a bit of a roll to the right. Didn't have a lot of opening there, but he threaded the needle, got it into the end zone, and South Delta regains the lead.
Such an interesting offensive scheme there as you just clog up the right side, which is good and bad. Good because you managed to somehow find a lane for that ball to travel.
As long as the ball is thrown well and you can get it to that receiver. Here's the convert attempt for South Delta. Plenty of time. Now he's going to throw back against the green. It's no. Incomplete. They are going to say that he did not have possession of the football. The receiver questioning that a little bit. He had to go up high for the ball, and as he tried to bring it down, it looked like it just slid out of his hands a bit too soon, so the convert is no good.
That is a tough call for South Delta. They still have the lead, mind you, but he's got to have it when he gets to the ground, and with sort of a split second, he sort of hit the ground and then dropped the ball, but official's call is the last call, and incomplete.
Yep. So 19-15, the score in favor of South Delta. Here back come the Kelowna Panthers. Big play as he eluded everybody, goes all the way down. He'll get to the end zone.
There's a flag on the play.
But we've got flags back on the Kelowna side of the field. We're going to wait and see what the official call is. He might have got clothing again as opposed to the flag. We expected he was going to be taken down to the field, or the flag was going to be pulled about 5 yards after the reception, but he eluded that, got all the way down, but the flag is thrown by the officials, and it results in a penalty. Still Kelowna football, but it knocks that football back a little further.
Yeah, I think it was just in terms of where the official felt the flag should have come out, and it didn't. Kelowna coaching staff saying no, they felt that he was grabbed by the arm. The receiver was grabbed by the arm.
Nate Boscheman back to pass. He's chased on the play again, rolls to his left, throws back against the grain. It's complete, but quickly the flag comes out and about 5 yards short of that midfield stripe. So it's third down for Kelowna, down by 4 in this football game, and they need at least 4, close to 5 yards to cross midfield and get a new set of downs.
Seal Bay with a nice play on defense. Vint with the reception for Kelowna. And Kelowna stacks the right side.
Everybody on the right side for Boscheman. Rolls to his right, now rolls to his left. Trying to get away, and he does. He throws. It is complete. Touchdown, Kelowna.
What a pass and what a reception. Boscheman just put the ball exactly where it needed to be, and Vint went up to get it.
And it's what we've talked about, Sam, through this whole afternoon of Flag Football Championship in Kelowna. The individual efforts, the talent that we're seeing here from quarterbacks, from receivers going up to get those footballs, and that was a classic case there. What a catch for Kelowna in the end zone, and they have regained the lead as we are going back and forth in this U14 championship game.
And Boscheman had to stay on the far side of the line of scrimmage and just did.
So here's the convert attempt for Kelowna. Boscheman rolls to his right, throws in the end zone. It is complete.
Brown, good hands, getting it, running that crossing pattern.
So that makes it a 24. Oh, check that.
I think it should be 22-19.
22-19. So it's a 3-point lead now. 22-19 is the score. Kelowna has the lead as we continue to seesaw back and forth in this football game. Time probably getting to be a factor a little bit more, although with it just being a one-possession game and a 3-point differential at any time. Oh, and there is the
3-minute warning.
3-minute warning. South Delta down, needs to get some yardage. Completion here as the flag goes, and I think the Kelowna player may have been called for.
Boscheman gets called as he had the shorts and then went for the flag, and can't do that.
Of course, you can't slow that player down by grabbing any of his clothing to try to get to that flag. You've got to be clean with the pull of the flag, and the
officials having a conference. They may pull. Let's see if they pull the flag or not. Yeah, it is holding on the defense for sure. And, I think Kelowna was sort of hoping it would be a makeup call for the one that went against them, but Kelowna did end up scoring a touchdown on the ensuing possession.
So 22-19 is the score for Kelowna. South Delta's down. There's about 2.5 minutes to go, and South Delta needs to get the ball in the end zone. Quarterback Norman back to pass. Throws. It's incomplete as he tried to go out to the right sidelines, and ball could not be hauled in, and South Delta goes to second down.
Angelo Brown, the assistant coach for Kelowna, just getting into the face of some of his players, saying, you don't need to knock that ball down. You just take it back to the end zone.
Well, and if they get an interception here, could be ball game over as well. Kelowna with a 3-point lead. Probably about 2 minutes to go in the game right now. 25 minutes straight time. Here's Norman back to pass. Complete. And in close to the side. Oh, he's finally hauled down.
Gross pulls the flag.
Oh, that was a touchdown saving pull of the flag there. They're about 7-8 yards outside that goal line, and a nice pass and run there for South Delta.
Who led in great hands and just that big body able to corral the ball, and he was just steamrolling to the end zone.
So it'll be second down for South Delta. Or check that, third down. Third down, so South Delta down by 3 points. Final 2 minutes, needs to get this into the end zone. This could be it. Norman, back to pass. No rush, lots of time. Throws, gets complete. Touchdown, South Delta in the back of the end zone, and the Rams have regained the lead.
You know, we're at the under-14 final here, Dale, and what I love seeing, the quarterback, Hunter Norman, turns to the coaching staff for South Delta, and he says, any suggestions for a play? You know, under 14, they're doing that, not just taking it on his own shoulders, asking for some suggestions, some feedback.
It worked.
Sure did.
South Delta puts the ball in the end zone.
3-point lead for them now.
That gives them a 25-22 lead. So they can make it a 4-point game here. They can get this convert. At any rate, Kelowna is going to have to go the length of the football field when they do get the ball in about a minute as well. So here's the convert attempt for South Delta. Norman in the pocket, waiting, taking a look. Throws!
Good play by Brown.
Incomplete. Great knockdown there by the Kelowna
They've got 5
Panthers.
seconds, give or take, left, so I think Kelowna might get one play if they can do it really quick. Good play by South Delta to eat up the clock, going right down to about 2 on the game clock, or pardon me, on the play clock. And Beauchemin, we're going to see how strong his arm is. Here we go.
25-22 is the score. Kelowna, Beauchemin needs some points, throws downfield. This one is complete on the South Delta side. He's got some room. Flag comes down. Clothing gets pulled as well, and that should be a penalty, and time beginning to be a factor here as he is ready. And will they get one more play off?
I don't think it can end on a penalty, so I believe they have to play this final play.
They're going to get one shot in the end zone to win the football game. Kelowna is down 25-22, 3-point difference, and they've got the ball probably at about the 5-6 yard line.
What a way to wrap up this weekend, Dale.
Final play of the U14 championship game. Kelowna needs to go in the end zone. Beauchemin back to pass, rolls to his right, throws.
Got it.
It is incomplete, say the South Delta players. The ball falls to the ground. The receiver still down on the ground.
Vince
They're
still
slowly
down on the
getting
ground.
up. He put himself out to try to catch that football. He was spread across. His feet were right at the goal line.
And look
as
at
well.
that emotion, Dale, as Vint gets up. And Aiden, valiant effort. That's a great throw again by Beauchemin. And again, this is a team, the Panthers, who were formed just to play in this tournament, whereas you're playing against the South Delta team that have played together for about 3 years. They've had some success in the last few years, and they pick up the provincial gold medal. But kudos to the Cinderella story, the local kids here from Kelowna.
What a great game. In the U14 championship here at the BC Flag Football Championships in Kelowna, it was Kelowna coming back, needing a touchdown. They got about 5 yards shy, had one chance in the end zone, but a game that went back and forth. The lead changed many, many times through this game, and it was South Delta on the third last play of the game, I guess. Put it in the end zone for the touchdown, and that gave them the 25-22 edge. South Delta Rams, champions in the U14 division.
And the closest game that we've seen this afternoon, and what a whale of a game again to end this tournament off with a fantastic effort by both sides.
You know, this is a lot of fun. I haven't had the chance to broadcast a lot of football games, tackle football games. I know you were here for the Flag Championships last year, Sam, but this is a great event. This is a lot of fun. I mean, it's just action all the time. You don't get those line plays and 2-yard runs up the middle too much. You get a lot of passing and a lot of chance of putting points on the board, and a big one there for South Delta as they come through with a 25-22 victory. And I know this kind of culminates the year, Sam, and a lot of teams, a lot of players taking part in flag football across BC.
Absolutely. The 2016 VMFL spring flag season coming to an end. In the 10 years, they've grown to an astounding 182 teams from 2 leagues. They play nearly 2,100 games to get up to provincials, and they finish it off in what always is a beautiful weekend in the Okanagan to bring all these teams, many who come from the Lower Mainland, obviously, to take part.
Well, it's been a beautiful day, beautiful weekend here in Kelowna for flag football, and that'll pretty much wrap up the provincial championships. A lot of people surrounding the fields here in Kelowna. A lot of course, parents taking part in the whole activities. And unlike tackle, I mean, they're quick 25-minute games. I think it's easy for the fans to get into it. It's been exciting. And we'll ask you to stick around for a few minutes here. We're going to get to our trophy presentation, our medal presentation shortly for the U14 division. And that'll about wrap it up for us. Sam, again, thanks for coming out today. It's been fun.
Thank you. We'll do it again next year.
Hey, my name is Dale Corey. Thanks to Sam Charles for our color commentating today. We've got Tim and Robbie and Jerome and the rest of the crew from VBN Sports here. We thank everybody for being a part of this. We thank you for tuning in as well on vbnsports.com. We had a lot of fun at the Border Bowl games last week in Vernon and here at the BC Flag Football Championships in Kelowna. That'll do it from the football side of things. We've still got some awards to go, so we will stick around and go down to the field for that. But on behalf of the entire crew for VBN Sports, we do thank you for tuning in to the broadcasts this afternoon. We had a lot of fun here from the 2016 BC Flag Football Championships.
In second place, and our host, hold on, timeout. Okay, let's start again. You don't get again. Thanks for having us, guys. We had a blast. Kelowna. In third place, most high maintenance coach I have in the VMFL. North Delta. In fourth place, it's my home club, Coquitlam. Really? In fifth place, my hotel buddies for the weekend, the Villains. And in sixth place, the Mighty Orange, the Hyaks. All right, so again, thanks everyone and have a safe drive home.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?